You're just a personal trainer. What the fuck are you doing? Hey guys, this is Andy, and this is Mindset Matters More. And today we've got a great topic because, I generally will write down the ideas that I have, and sometimes they get written down on a napkin. Sometimes I send myself a voice note. Sometimes I text myself, however I can get the idea down, I get it down. And today I wanted to talk about the story of me telling people that I am quitting my job and becoming a personal trainer. But first, I want to talk about how when I went to go to the note to remind myself of what this podcast topic was going to be about. Because I just jotted it down and sent it to my email. So it was one of those like immediately get the email. I was like, oh, who emailed me? Oh, I just emailed myself. Duh. But on there, it says, family is hyper successful and you are just a PT. WTF are you doing? And the tone of it to me, especially now that I'm PMSing, was like, what the fuck are you doing? But that wasn't my original intent. The original intent is like, describe what the fuck it is that you're doing, like talk about it, share about it. And it was not as nasty as my brain read it to be. And my God, I'm like in the thick of it, you guys. Like everything right now just feels yucky and gross and hateful and spiteful. And I just want to sleep and cry and feel bad. And like everything is going to shit on this planet. And what is wrong with me? Well, it's my period. That's what the fuck is wrong with me. So let's talk about the topic at hand. And maybe it'll distract me a little bit. So, my journey starts December 24th, 1982. No, I'm just kidding. But to the point is that my entire life I've been a super active person. When I was a kid, I did ballet, I did tennis. I was somebody who was like, I wouldn't say hyperactive, but like I just had a lot of energy. And that was true my entire adult life. Like I went to the gym when I was pregnant at 17. I tried to run for a little bit. I did jujitsu with my husband. I always was doing something like even when I was doing yoga, pretty hardcore. I was doing yoga 7 days a week, and I was doing one of the most challenging forms of yoga there is. It's called Ashtanga yoga, which if you don't know what it is, like it's pretty rigorous. It's one of the more rigorous forms of yoga. And I like there's maybe two others, like core power and hot yoga. Like those two, like it's fucking insane, right? So I've been active my entire life. And one of the things that happened when I was doing my yoga teacher training was that, I'm like, I really want to do this. Like, I think I want to help people. I want to get people, to move their bodies because it has helped me a lot. And so I went through all of that, but that slowly transitioned to me going to the gym and me lifting weights and me being like, a personal trainer. And I think I've shared this story before how, one of the ways that I knew that I wanted to actually be in the fitness space was I remember I had a student named Marty, and she was like in her 70s, and she came up to me after class and she was so happy that, she had gone camping and for the first time in like 20 years, she'd been able to pitch her own tent and she was so happy. And, she was so grateful that I was able to give that back to her. And I just remember thinking, yep, that's it. That's what I need to do. Absolutely. I need to help people move their bodies because I know what it's like to be a prisoner in my own body. I know what it's like to feel trapped in something that is not doing what I want it to do. So that kind of set me on my journey. So lo and behold, I take the NASM personal training certification and I get that. And, I start training. Then the pandemic fucking hits, right? And the pandemic hits and I get this email. Oh, see, I know I've shared this with you guys. where I get the email that says, "Hey, Andy, you fucking hate your job. What are you doing with your life?" And I thought, this is the perfect opportunity for me to quit my job and, work full time doing the personal training and just do that. And I was so happy with it, like just absolutely ecstatic to do it. Enter me having to tell my family. Now, I have a family of hyper successful people. Okay. Most people in my family, doctors, lawyers, business entrepreneurs who are very successful at what they do. And that's what they marry. They marry other doctors and lawyers and other successful entrepreneurs. That for Christ's sake, I have a fucking judge in my family. And here I am, like, oh, I quit my job to be a personal trainer. Yeah, like you gotta imagine the heat I took for that. And don't get me wrong, a lot of people were very supportive, but they had a lot of questions. And, nobody thought that I would fail at this, like, because we don't fail in this family. Like, that's just not a thing. And so don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not sitting here thinking like, oh, I wish my family would accept me and blah, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck about that. But, I am in the family text threads where, people are putting, oh, that they got published, oh, that they were nominated for fucking lawyer of the year, and that, oh, that this one's a judge now, and all this, like, all these wonderful things that are happening to them. Fucking awesome. Like, I am surrounded by such powerful women, and I fucking love it. But what do I start doing? Comparing my journey to theirs, comparing where I'm at to where they are, comparing the fact that I had to take a huge step back and eat my fucking words and go back to being an engineer for a little while so that I can accomplish the shit that I want. Like, I can't help but feel all the feels and just have this ball of anxiety. I mean, my PMSing is not fucking helping, I'll tell you that much. But it goes to this idea that, I'm doing something that I really love. And I sit here and I have to constantly remind myself, remember that feeling that you got helping that woman. Remember that feeling you get whenever somebody overcomes a hurdle, when somebody tells you, hey, I never thought of it like that, and it fucking clicks for them and they fucking knock it out of the park. And it's like that feeling is, I'm going to say it is fucking addictive. Helping people is addictive. And it's not because it's me and my journey and, oh, it was because of me that they win. They're winning gets me so excited. Even seeing friends win and my family win and, other people fucking win, like it just makes me feel so fucking good for them. And like I know I say, oh, like I get a little bit of the side eye, and it's not jealousy. It's not jealousy. That's not the word for it. It's it becomes this sense of impatience. Like, no, I need to do more. I need to get it done. Like I have to start cranking out more content. I have to sign more clients. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to do this. I have to do that. And it's like borderline manic because I'm not really focusing on the thing that I want. I'm focusing on the outcome. And it's not, it becomes something else because it's not about helping people. It's about helping myself, having that status symbol. I don't give a shit about the status symbol. But when you surround yourself by hyper successful people, that's what happens. You all of a sudden you're on a timeline to like catch up and you're like, man, I'm lighting this fire under my ass to fucking go. And I love my family. The fact that they inspire me, the fact that they work hard, and, I know all of their stories. And so I know it's not like they were successful overnight. The business people had to start from zero, had to go back to living with their parents, had to go back to school, were eating tuna for months on end. Like, I fucking know their story. And I know the hard work that they put in. They deserve every fucking bit of it. And so I just have to recommit to myself to grind, to keep going, to keep pushing forward, to not compare my day 10 to their day 100. And obviously, it's not 10 days that I've been doing this, and it's not 100 days that they've been doing it. But you get what I'm saying. Like, I can't compare where I'm at right now to where they are. Because the fact is that even if they are successful right now, that's not the future. Maybe they have to build again. Maybe they are going to be even more successful and show me what is possible for my future if I just keep fucking working. And so that's where I'm at. I just got to keep my nose down and my head up. I don't know what that meant, but I'm just going to keep pushing forward, y'all. Okay. I love you guys. Bye.